I'm one of those all or nothing kinds of people. I do everything 100% or not at all. And so I didn't just kind of stick my toe in the water of addiction. I climbed up the high dive and I dove off the deep end. Growing up in Highland Park, you could describe it as a charmed life, and at the same time it came with its own set of difficulties. I grew up with a speech impediment. I stuttered. I was a little overweight, and these things combined with a little social awkwardness all contributed to a general insecurity in me. A couple weeks after I smoked my first a bowl of marijuana, I was smoking all day, every day, and a few months after that, I tried cocaine and wanted to try acid and mushrooms and ecstasy, and I ended up completely homeless. I was carrying around trash bags with me with all of my belongings. I mean, I begged people for money, didn't have my car. I had sold my car for drugs. I was in such a state of hopelessness. I've overdosed so many times on drugs. I should be dead. You know, I cried uncle to God, okay, God, no longer is the pleasure of getting high worth the pain of the consequences. I'll do what you want. And it was shortly after that that I was introduced to the Men of Nehemiah. I understood that they were me somehow, that they had a past, they were addicts, they were out of jail, they used to live on the streets, but they weren't anymore. Tears just started to stream down my face. And afterwards I asked them, hey, what is this? Who are you? Why are you wearing a uniform? And they told me it was a treatment center. And I said, well, does it cost any money? They said, no, it doesn't. The day after I checked myself in, I remember having a bowl of oatmeal with some peanut butter and raisins mixed in, and it was the best tasting meal I'd ever had in my life. I hadn't eaten that well in a month. I was just crying out to God every day, praying every prayer I could think of, trying to do something different for the first time in my life. And He carried me through. You know, I can't forget where I was when I was living at the bridge, or living out of my car, or living in that motel with my only hope just to get another hit of something. Now somehow God is using me to help someone, and it's just overwhelming. I don't feel like I deserve it. At the time, I didn't understand why all these things were happening, but for the first time in my life, I feel like God is slowly pulling the curtain back and revealing. He's revealing His master plan. He's making it known why He's kept me alive, and it's to serve Him.